This morning, the demon dog of crime fiction. James Ellroy's books, almost always set in Los Angeles, span more than 40 years. His most recognized is L.A. Confidential, turned into a movie in 1997. His two most recent works have featured famed private investigator Freddy Otash, the TMZ of his day. In Ellroy's latest, Otash finds himself investigating the death of Marilyn Monroe.
One of the most famous stars in Hollywood history is dead at 36.
Marilyn Monroe's rise and fall have captivated Hollywood for generations.
Her international appeal took her from command appearances to the other side of the world and entertainment for Korean GIs.
Prized pieces of Monroe's wardrobe, like the black dress she's wearing here, are still on display at the Hollywood Museum in Los Angeles. I'm told this dress is worth $4 million. That's amazing.
It's amazing. It's people with too much money.
That's where we met James Ellroy to talk about his latest book, featuring a man who never made Monroe's life easy and who finds an added lot of trouble after she dies. Private investigator Freddy Otash, an unequaled digger of dirt.
I get an assignment to do a certain job, and I do a certain job.
Otash sat down with Mike Wallace in 1957 at the peak of his fame to discuss his questionable methods.
How do you justify invading people's privacy like that?
Well, I feel this way. If you can see it or hear it, you're not invading any privacy.
In The Enchanters, Ellroy turns Otash into something slightly less sleazy.
I made him into something that he wasn't because my prerogative is always to fictionalize. And with me, creating fiction, historical fiction, is 75% distortion and 25% truth. And what I look for in research is blank spaces that give me the latitude to fictionalize. And they are all over Marilyn Monroe's death.
James Ellroy grew up in Los Angeles. When he was 10, his mom was raped and murdered, a crime that remains unsolved.
All the trauma part got subsumed very early on by my intellectual curiosity about crime.
And how did your dad influence your writing?
He let me read.
Ellroy published his first novel in 1981, then achieved fame with the L.A. Quartet of books.
I admire you as a policeman, particularly your adherence to violence as a necessary adjunct to the job.
Including L.A. Confidential and The Black Dahlia.
She looks like that dead girl. How sick are you?
All of which were written longhand, a practice Ellroy still employs. Still no TV?
Yeah, no TV.
No cell phone, no computer?
Nah.
None of it?
White notebook paper, I got a black pen. I got a red pen to correct with. I got a landline telephone.
Wouldn't it be easier to use a computer?
I don't know. I haven't used one.
If Marilyn Monroe and Freddy Otash weren't enough in The Enchanters, Robert Kennedy also figures heavily. All caught up in a time and place Ellroy cannot get out of his mind, though he has tried. You've spent so little time here over the past few decades, even though you write about it obsessively.
Right.
Because you want that distance?
I can't live there. It's too present. I have too much history here, and I like the old LA, and I got an imagination and a half. So I just go to a dark room, wherever I'm living, and make it up.
Ellroy currently lives in Denver, in the same building with a woman he's already divorced twice, fellow author Helen Canode.
We live down the hall from each other. I got a key to her place, she got a key to my place.
Amazing.
But I don't know how to turn her TV set on.
You just see each other every once in a while.
No, we see each other every night.
Why does she deal with you?
Because we got big love and we got big laughs. And Helen's the most brilliant human being I've ever met.
Ellroy is a self-described conservative, though he says he hasn't voted since Ronald Reagan was re-elected. At an age when most people want to sit back and travel the world, the only travel Ellroy looks forward to is more book tours.
This is a book for the whole family. If the name of your family is the Manson family.
He says he likes learning about his readers.
Stick around and ask me some questions.
And they love learning about him.
Fella at a reading asked me once, who's the president you identify with the most? And I said, well, Richard Nixon. Why? Why? I said, well, my clothes don't fit. I need a shave. Women don't want me. And I will burn your ass down with my implacable will.
Yikes. Love him.
My clothes don't fit. I need a shave. Women don't want me.
and
I will burn your butt with my implacable will.
I already downloaded the book, Jeff.
One of the great things, Ellroy's one of those writers where his writing and his language is so distinct, you know at the very beginning you're not reading anyone else.
Everything is period, period, period.
Fantastic stuff.